Alright, so we got the first set of skirts here, kind of just showing the shape and everything. These line up with the factory contours of the front fenders. So usually the wide body fenders, they actually curve in a little bit more. So if you're putting these on a wide body car, you might have to somehow fill up a gap in here just to make up so that it matches up nicely. But these will fit stock fender cars straight on. Kind of shows your mounting surface here. There's a little ledge along the whole length of it, and that'll just double-sided tape up along the edge there. And you can put some bolts in here as well as in the back section. There's another plate there. Whole underside is completely flat, so you don't have to worry about scraping or anything for the super static cars or air ride cars. You don't have to worry about airing out on the skirts because they sit level with the underside of the body. And then you got your little jack, like puck cutouts there. Obviously you can move those around if that's in your way. And then this is the vent with it smoothed in. So this will be an option. There will be, because of how the molds go, this section here will have to be separate, but there is an option to have it smoothed in like you see here. So it just kind of keeps it a little bit more uniform. The only thing with this is the carbon option won't look that uniform, obviously, because you can't really duplicate carbon over top of that. So I'm not sure that would be an option for now. And then this shows for the stock Z06 cars, you'll have to take off the outer section of this vent here. For cars that don't have the vents there, you can either cut a hole where it's supposed to be, you can kind of eyeball it up with where this one's located, or you can just shave the back side of this so it just sits flat. Totally up to you, but provisions are there if it's going on a factory Z06 car. And again, here's the mounting surface, little ledge there, it goes right up against the body, against the underside there, and completely flat underside. Very lightweight. Pretty happy with that. So again, this will show pretty much where you mount it here. You just screw it into the back side there, the factory fender part. Just pop right on. And it does sit, I don't know, 5-6 inches outside of the factory body line. And about, I don't know, like 3 inches or so outside of the door width, if you get what I'm saying. So yeah, very happy with these, excited to release them and get a couple other aero parts going.